The video you're about to see is part of a tribute that I am doing for the independent journalist known as Villain Phoenix. He used to run the Facebook and YouTube channels Villain Report. He was a brave, just all-around great journalist that would go out and he would put his life on the line to film these events and the riots and so on that have taken place all across this country. And as part of my tribute, I am taking some of his videos that he has taken that has not received the number of views that they should have, and I'm putting them on my channel, which is a much larger platform, just so people can see the kind of person and the kind of man that he really was, what he strived to do while he was out filming. He wasn't just out there trying to film clickbait. He was out there actually trying to make a difference. And I am doing this because I feel it is important and necessary for people to really understand who he is. And people need to see some of this stuff, not just because of who he is, but some of the things that he was able to capture that definitely need to be seen. And that is what you're about to see.
Would you mind not shining that light in my eye?
Yeah, don't.
Would you not point that light in my eye?
Don't.
I will do what I want to do. You do what you want to do.
This is what I want to do.
You're invading my personal rights. You're putting a light in my eyes.
5 feet away from me, sorry.
If you want to get a good view on it,
Thank you.
I'm not worried about your eyes. I'm worried about the camera lens. Wait, can you see better?
Why do you call yourself an anti-fascist if you're acting like a fascist?
Fascists have
Only
flashlights,
rights for you, but not rights for other people.
Is that right?
Yes, that's how you're acting right now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
If you feel that your actions are moral and courageous right now, why are you trying to prevent me from doing my freedom?
Do you know this guy's name?
I think there's just a big mistrust of media and anybody who's filming, especially if we're not close or know them. So it's
That's
just
Villain
a
Report.
precaution.
Okay.
It's literally not personal. It's just because you have a camera and you're filming. So if you're actually
It's actually not bothering me. I've got my sunglasses on and it's not messing up the camera like you think it is.
If you're here for trans people, you wouldn't pay attention to it and you would keep your phone on the police.
I'm here for the rights of everybody.
If you're not here for trans people,
We actually know who you are, though. That's the problem.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Fine.
So, like, we don't believe you because we
it's
know.
not.
That's cool.
So this
You're
is
here to
it.
make
Hold
riot
on.
porn
Let me tell
No,
you.
I actually am not. And if you know anything about my account, you know I've spoken about that a lot, and that's why I don't put out a lot of that stuff anymore. Because I don't like the people that are just getting off on watching this stuff. I am actually an idealistic anarchist. I don't believe anarchy works because it creates a power vacuum and it makes little mafia style like people take power. But I don't believe in the idea of authority. I don't believe people have the right to tell each other what to do.
So anarchy, by my definition, is community working together without the control of the government.
You can make up definitions. Anarchy means no government.
Yes.
It's no archy.
Exactly. It's the community having control over themselves.
It doesn't
with
work.
No hierarchy.
It's a very ideal thing, but it does not work.
I am half indigenous, and the indigenous people before colonizers got here, your white ancestors, were doing it for thousands of years. 12,000 years.
Why are you assuming my heritage? I have Cherokee heritage.
I'm half Navajo Mexicana.
I don't care what race you are. Like I care about your character. Like I don't care what race you are. But I don't. It's not important.
It's important in the terms of anarchy, how you look at it. It's anti-government because the government does not protect people. This government is anti-indigenous. We don't need the government. We need the communities protecting each other. It's exactly what we're out here doing. We don't need a hierarchy. We don't need a ruling class at all. It works. Look at any indigenous tribe. There's still indigenous tribes living all throughout the world. It works.
Well, let me give you this point. If the indigenous way of government works,
If you say you don't support anarchy,
it ended. They got overcome by more powerful forms of government. That's what I'm saying. Anarchy doesn't. Yes.
We were colonized and illegally occupied.
I'm not saying that's right.
It was not overthrown or washed away. No, it's still here. I'm indigenous. I'm still fucking here. Indigenous communities are still working like that under the suppression of the government. The government, supporting government, and any kind of form of government is anti-indigenous. It is. And you have to understand that. And if you don't, then you don't. That's simple.
You were going to ask me something about anarchy?
No, I mean the indigenous tribes were anarchists. Anarchy doesn't mean chaos. That's a misunderstanding.
I don't think that the Native Americans were anarchist societies.
They did not have deep hierarchy.
They had
Okay,
war
so your
structures. They
perception
had
of anarchy
military
is hold on.
structures.
You can be organized.
They had a hierarchy. They had people that like decided that they had something similar to a
That's
king.
anarchism. Anarchism
No,
lies in the
that's not what a
community.
chief was. Tribal chief is not a king.
But he got to make the
No,
final
honey.
say for the
Oh,
group.
God. You're speaking out of your asshole in front of an indigenous person,
No,
and you're
that's
gonna make
a
me
real
really mad.
misunderstanding. You should check it out. You should check out what the Iroquois Confederation was. That's where the United States Constitution came from. The Iroquois Confederation is the oldest democracy, oldest continuous democracy still around
And
today.
it wasn't taken over by powerful. We were massacred, raped, pillaged.
Yeah.
Indigenous schools. Have you not heard about the residential schools? And there's probably over 200,000 indigenous children buried, cold, murdered by the church and the government.
Yeah, the
Anarchism works.
human history has been
Anarchism
nothing
works.
but
You have to-
savage,
you have to change your
lack of
perception.
love.
No, honey.
The-
It was
all-
savage
all
when
of
the
human
white
history
man-
has been
when
like
the
that.
pale faces, when the white man came over here, the savages came from Europe to kill and murder people. That's when it turned into
Every
savagery.
culture in the world had slaves. Every culture in the world did atrocities. Every single culture. Everybody was savages until just recently in human history.
So you're saying indigenous people were savages until the colonizers?
I said everybody. Everybody. All of human history was savage in their behavior.
This conversation is over because clearly you cannot change your perception of anarchism. It just means no rule, no law.
You
everybody's
don't
going
want
out
to have a
and-
discussion. You want me
Honey,
to
I was
submit
trying
to what you believe, and I don't agree with what you believe. I believe other things.
Exactly, and I don't agree with you. What you
Yes,
so
and
this
I'm not demanding
conversation
that
is
you
over, and
change
I don't
your
wanna have
insight to me.
conversation anymore, because this conversation's over and it's
You
not going anywhere.
you were the one
You're
that started
obviously
talking to me.
anti-indigenous.
You're welcome to stop talking to me.
You're anti-indigenous.
No,
You
I'm
can't
not.
understand that the
When have
concept
I
of
ever said
anarchism
anything like
works
that?
in an indigenous community. You've never been a part
I
of
am
it.
right. I am for the rights and freedom of all people, up until they directly
This
harm
land is
other people.
stolen. This land is stolen and should be given back to the native tribes, period. Period. If you want some sort of fucking government, let the indigenous tribes take care of the land like they were for thousands of years before colonizers came over here. The real savages, because Native Americans were not savages, they had integrated fucking trade networks. We traveled, we walked, we fucking connected with the land. We were not fucking savages. We did not just murder and genocide and pillage people. We didn't go out and cull white people because they were simply white. The only reason natives fought back was because we were being killed, slaughtered, raped. Our land was being stolen and stripped from us. Our names, our hairs.
The Native American tribes in North America were genociding each other before the Europeans arrived.
No, they weren't, and that's where you're really fucked up. They were not genociding each other. They weren't. That is whitewashed history. You need to unlearn that shit. Unlearn it. That's white supremacists taught to you.
Do you realize that you're like speaking in religious language? You're saying the same thing that a religious fundamentalist would say. You're basically saying you need Jesus. You need to get with the Lord. You need to believe what I believe. You're being a bigot.
You're so stupid. You're calling me a bigot because I believe in land.
I'm calling your behavior bigoted. Yes, you're demanding that I believe what you believe just because you think you're right and I'm wrong.
I've been out at every single protest and I haven't seen your ass. So if they fuck you up, let them.
It's very peaceful of you.
I don't have to be peaceful. They're not peaceful. The white supremacists that came out here with planned fucking premeditated threats were not peaceful. I don't have to be peaceful. I don't owe anybody peace. They owe us peace. I can be mad. I can be
When you tried to
belligerent.
mace me over there and you missed, when you maced me over there in the corner, I've got it on camera. You remember when you tried to mace me over there? I have it on camera.
Nobody maced you, dude.
You can make up whatever you want. I have it on camera. You tried to mace me on camera. How stupid is that?
Nobody maced you, you fucking
Nobody
bitch.
maced you.
Nobody maced you.
It's on camera.
Okay, yeah, but it's not mace.
Nobody
I don't give
maced
a fuck
you.
if it's on camera. It's not mace, bitch.
I
Were
can
you
smell
fucking
you
covered
are
and
mace.
dying, huh?
I've smelled mace. I've been maced. I've been maced by
And you would
cops and
feel it
white
if I
supremacists.
fucking mace you. You would feel it.
It'd
Yeah,
be burning
exactly.
into your skin.
You fucking
I've had it
feel
drained
it.
out of my eyeballs because of white supremacists.
There's the can that you sprayed me with right
It's
there.
not mace.
That's the can that you tried to spray me in the eyes with, and you tried to spray my. Well, you used that as a weapon and tried to assault me with it.
Read it. Black hairspray. Oh,
Yeah, you tried to film my camera. You tried to block my camera with it,
Get out of
and
here.
you
I
failed.
already told you already to get the fuck out of here.
Wow.
You get out of here.
Get out.
You totalitarian fascist.
Get the fuck out of here.
Can you back up from me?
No.
I have a right to space.
Then go somewhere else. Keep your space somewhere else.
Yeah, go take space somewhere else.
You can record me all you want. I really don't care.
Why is this allowed?
It
Like
is.
this, you
You're
guys
asking
are a peace officer. It is your job to keep the peace.
Get the fuck out
You're
of
a
here.
fascist.
You're a fascist. Who in this situation is restricting the rights of other people?
Get the fuck out of here.
Who in this situation right here
Get
is
out.
is trampling on somebody's rights?
The cops don't give a fuck about you. The cops don't give a fuck about you. Get out.
They really
They
don't.
don't. They don't give a fuck.
They really don't.
Oh, am I blocking your view? Oh, sorry.
It's really ridiculous. You have to adjust your mindset and decolonize your mind. You have all the shit you learned about indigenous people is all whitewashed, colonialized history. And so if you truly want to be an ally to indigenous people, you have to listen to indigenous people. I'm an indigenous person speaking to you right now and you're not listening.
My belief system makes
I'm
me
not trying to
calm,
force anything
and I'm
upon you.
respecting the
I'm
rights of
telling
other
you
people in
facts.
this moment.
You're
Your
telling
belief
the
system,
people, not the police.
your belief system is making
You're
you
the
act
police. That's what
hysterical
you're fucking doing
and
here.
unstable.
That's what you're fucking doing.
You
You're
have
doing
a-
the
Called
police.
hysterical
You have a
and
mind
unstable
virus.
For being rightly pissed
You
off.
are a virus.
There was a threat coming against us, an active, aggravated threat to come out here and kill
Well, I'm sorry.
LGBTQ people.
Which one of you guys spray painted all over the building over there to kill the Nazis and everything?
Get the fuck out of here. Who gives a fuck about the building? You
So do you agree with
You really
Nazis?
care
Do you
about
agree
fucking
that Nazis should
property.
The fact that you care more about the
Lives
building than
were
the black and
stabbed.
brown lives that are being lost says a lot about you, bro.
The cops
That
don't
says
give
a
a
lot about
fuck
you.
about
If
you.
you have
They don't
any
give a fuck
Cherokee
about
in you, your
you.
Cherokee ancestors
They
are
don't.
extremely disappointed in
They
you.
don't give a fuck about you.
You're calling me defensive. I'm literally trying to tell you what the facts are and that you have to decolonize your your brain. Everything you learned in grade school about about the indigenous people genociding each other, as you would like to say, that was not fucking happening.
Do they teach that in grade school?
They
They don't,
did.
everything they teach.
I
in
never
grade
got
school
taught
is
anything
white
like
people.
that. I don't know what grade school you went to.
Dude,
Where-
you're pretty lucky you have not got your shit rocked yet.
Are you threatening me right
After all
now? Are you
just
threatening
said,
me? Are you
it's a promise.
physically threatening me?
That's why I'm fucking taking it.
You're
That's why I'm
such a
so
fascist. Don't you?
Get the
You can't even
fuck
see
outta
what your belief
here.
system
You
is.
can't even see this. My board's in my
Please
way.
step away from me.
Get the fuck
I'm gonna
outta
stick my
here.
hand out and keep my space here.
Okay.
Please stop pressing your
You're literally the one touching my board.
Please
You're
stop
the one
pressing your
touching my
skateboard
board.
against
Stop
me.
touching my board.
Yeah, you literally
You're
just said
literally
you're
the
gonna.
one. It's on video, dude.
You
You're
just
the
said
one
I'm gonna put
touching
your
me.
hand on
Don't
your
touch
board
me.
to keep space.
You're
Just put your
literally-
hand down.
It's on film. You want to talk about getting shit on
Here,
film? You're
put
putting
your hand down
on
and
me
let's
now.
talk about this. The
Fuck
things
him.
you've learned about indigenous people has been whitewashed history.
That's what you believe.
It's not what I believe. It's fact. because
I'm not
I-
even.
not even
I'm not even
touching
here
you,
to
bro.
talk
Why are you
about
touching
indigenous
my
people. I'm here to.
stuff? Why are you touching
I'm
my
here
shit?
to witness
I'm trans.
the clash between views on transgender rights and female rights in society today.
Hello.
Please stop
Right,
pressing your
what-
skateboard against me.
stop pressing
Act
your
like an
hand?
adult.
Do you
Act
have
like an adult.
How about
Fuck
you
you,
get your hand
fuck
off
your
my fucking
professionalism.
board?
So are you a
Bitch.
femme? Do
You're
are you
literally-
femme?
I'm
Do you
5'10",
identify
bro.
as female?
I'm literally
No, I'm
5'10".
a biological male.
Then
I'm
don't
5'10",
speak
bro.
for females or trans people.
I will speak whatever I want to
No,
speak.
you will not speak for us.
Your
You won't
fucking
speak for us.
GoPro on the
We
top of your
speak for
head
us.
is aimed at the ceiling, you dumbass.
Both. I'm a feminist and I'm also trans.
Oh,
Trans
Sucks.
people have every right to go to a fucking spa and enjoy their time because they're human beings. We have a right to come out here and protect our lives.
All people have the right to freedom, but you guys are the ones trying to restrict my freedom right now. You're being fascist.
oh, where?
I'm just believing.
Where fucking boo?
Understand that?
Fuck you! You think I don't fucking understand what I'm fucking hearing?
I want both of y'all. What the fuck?
You're fucking lucky. You're both lucky.
Oh, yeah, camera. Tell me that.
Listen, if you really truly want to understand, you need to look at everything from all angles, okay? So if you don't believe me that indigenous society was not savages before, then do your own research. It's simple.
Thank you.
Google's free. Google's free. You can use it.
It literally is, bro.
I don't know. I'm not blocked at all. But literally you have to do your own research.
What are you filming now? The ceilings? You filming the buildings, bro? You're really good
So
at this.
do you support trans people and do you support female rights?
You guys have an obligation to keep the peace.
Yes or no?
They
But I don't give a fuck
They don't
about
give a
you!
fuck.
I'm asking you a
You can
question.
film the police.
Are you here because you believe in
That officer
trans
shook his
rights
head when I said that
and
he had an
women's
obligation to
rights?
keep the peace. He shook his head no.
I am asking you a
Fuck the police.
question. It's simple to ask. I'm not attacking you. I'm not hurting you. I'm asking you a question. Are you here because you believe in trans rights and women's rights? Not anything else. Those two specific things.
I'm here because I believe that society is a clash in viewpoints right now. I believe that transgender people need to be given the right to live how they want to and have dignity and respect. I think that women have the right to their freedom and their feelings of safety.
I identify as both female and trans, and I'm non-binary. I have the right to be in spaces where I feel safe. If a trans woman needs to be in a woman's space to be safe, that is her right.
Many biological women don't feel safe.
I'm a biological pussy-having person.
Many biological women don't feel safe with male genitalia in their private spaces.
Genitalia.
Trans women are women. How about that?
Genitalia does not mean anything about gender. Okay? Genitalia does not mean if somebody's sexualizing somebody else's genitalia, that's on them. That's on that woman. They were not threatening her.
I'd like to go about my way, please.
They're not trying to sexualize
You're impeding my path. I'd like to go on my way. I'd like to go on my way here.
Come on, let's go. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Being a woman is an identity. It's an identity. You're not a woman and you're not trans. So stop speaking for that. Here we go.
How come you're not keeping the peace, officer?
And the women who are uncomfortable are transphobic. That's the issue. They are not safe here. Because of that woman, her lying about this person being a pedophile.
I think for your safety, you should be.
See, that's why Americans are having a hot problem with the police. I am not the one that's causing violence or causing unrest, and you're asking the peaceful person to leave.
We're talking. I'm peaceful to you right now. We're talking.
You've been warned multiple times.
Trans women are women. Biology does not determine gender. Okay? That's your identity. That's who you are. You identify as man, right? And if you walked into a male space and some other man assumed that you were trans, that wouldn't be fair to you. Right? It would put your life in danger.
Why is it not fair? People have the right to think whatever they want. Just because someone thinks something about me doesn't affect me.
Exactly, but you have the right to use the bathroom, do you not? You have the right to safely go into the bathroom if you need to fucking pee. If you want to go into a spa as your gender identity, as a man, if you want to go into the men's sections, you have all that right to do it. But trans people are not protected in the same way.
Do you think that we should just have one restroom?
I think there should be restrooms for everybody. Literally, everybody.
That's my point, is that we have a situation in society today that we don't know how to work yet.
Your issue is really about bathrooms. What we can do is clear up.
My issue is the respect for the rights of people.
I'm speaking. I am speaking. So what we can do, if you're scared about pottying, what we can do is in anti-homeless architecture. That's all those gaps in the bathroom. It's anti-homeless to make sure nobody homeless is sleeping in there. So if you're really concerned about a trans person trying to use the restroom, thinking that they might be a sexual predator, then okay, fight homelessness, because fight anti-homeless architecture. So you can have a private, completely sealed off, one toilet.
Explain to me. Why are you here?
I think that
everybody has the right to use the restroom.
Yes,
everybody
I agree.
Has the right to have public health. Everybody has the right to live in their gender identity.
There's a reason why.
If I identify as a man,
there's a reason why we have male and female restrooms, because.
Your car, or you're going to be arrested. Get out of here.
I don't need a knife, dog.
Don't go there.
So listen, trans people deserve to be safe in the space they feel safe. If I want to identify as a man, I should be able to just go into the bathroom and use the restroom and not be like, oh, this person's genitals.
Well, what about all the women that feel unsafe? What about the women that don't feel safe? You don't.
And that's on them.
But would you admit that there's a lot of women that do feel uncomfortable in that situation?
Because they're transphobic and they don't understand trans people.
You gotta leave. You can't be here. This is my zone. This is my working zone. So you work your way that way or work your way that way. But you're not gonna stand here.
So
move on.
Are you directing me or the crowd?
We're having a conversation.
So why are you focusing on me?
Go have your crowd over there. Go have your conversation over here.
We're on the sidewalk. You're behind your line. Shut up. So listen. The reason those women are uncomfortable is because they don't see trans
Where would you like me to go?
In their identity.
You know what? I'd like you to go over to the northeast corner of Coronado and Rampart.
That's why those women are uncomfortable.
As far as I understand the law, this is a public sidewalk, and I have the right to be here filming. I'm not committing crimes. I'm not intimidating anybody.
Right, and I'm uncomfortable with them being here, but I'm not telling them to fucking leave, right? They're standing here.
So you're going to target me, and you're going to ignore all this stuff. This is why America's not backing the blue anymore.
So the reason those women are uncomfortable is because they don't see trans people valid in their identity. And that's on them. It's not the trans person's fault. The trans person does not have to cater to somebody else's sensibility. Just like if I want to wear these shorts and they made you uncomfortable, I don't have to take I don't have to take these shorts off because they make you uncomfortable.
The people that
I don't care if it makes somebody else uncomfortable. If they're not harassing them, if they're not actively assaulting them, if they're not being predatory, then it doesn't fucking matter.
well, I think trans people deserve dignity, and I think women deserve to feel safe when they feel
Trans
vulnerable.
women are women. There are trans people who are women. So women and trans people go hand in hand. The women who are transphobic are the problem, because they're actively saying that this person's a pedophile just simply because they have this gender identity and they don't have the same genitals that they may want.
Like, you know that we all know you're a gay, right?
But understand that and decolonize your mind. Do some research into indigenous communities, okay, and into indigenous definitions of anarchism, not white definitions.
I can't be canceled, there's no way that you can stop me. Fully independent, there's no label who can drop me. Y'all been starting rumors, let me help you with some. Can't cancel me, my life is scandal free. There ain't no sponsors taking losses cause the brand is me. My hands are clean, my family and my fans agree. Y'all can't cancel me for facts because you're mad and weak. I don't care if you mad at me, okay? Go ahead and change the channel. Don't waste your time trying to cancel me. They love me cause they know that I'm an asshole. Say what you want, I guess it is what it is. Haters can talk, but they can't cancel the kid. Go ahead and go off, try and say this is it. But I swear to God, you can't cancel the kid. Y'all some snakes, I don't need fruit from that apple tree. I ain't doing features or buying beats. I'm a wolf, I don't lie with sheep. I am what I am, and I can't hide my teeth. Way too many rumors, I'm like, who said it? Never met him, if he dissed me, probably about to drop a new record. I do what I want, don't matter if I get approval or not. Y'all ain't gonna cyberbully me or try to push on me until I'm becoming some dude who I'm not. Go ahead and call me a piece of garbage, make a starving artist your primary target. I'm the largest monster in the farthest darkness, I'm a claws are sharpened, I'm an army sergeant. If people wanna hate, then I'm grateful. It's only gonna make what I say less painful. Look at my face, embrace, I'm unstable. I ain't gonna break or shake or feel shameful. I am not playing it safe, I said what I said, it is what it is.